there are some buzzwords here that are in red about how we're using inductive reasoning to look at incidents in my own life and try to make some observations in general. They're kind of about station in life. You know, I was good at music, I was good at producing content, I was good at critical thinking, but I wasn't very much good to people personally. And so I was kind of disruptive, particularly to people who want to manage things so that the world around them is stable. Authoritarian people, and we can talk about Donald Trump if we want. That's a little more complicated than that. What people need often is social intradependence. A lot of times it calls for sacrifice, for a certain sense of fungibility for the good of the group. We get into the areas like the draft and deferments. It also making up for unearned privilege or karma. You get this idea of mandatory altruism. Now, in my books, I've said that selfishness and ego is necessary for innovation, self-interest. But then, if there isn't some, you know, for a standard of living, but sometimes sacrifice and being willing to take someone else's bullet, actually, and giving back is necessary for stability. Sometimes people have to know when to stop taking and when to start giving, I guess. So there's two different areas of morality then in my thinking: contribution and harmlessness. There's the issue of social capital. There's the issue of then when one inherits the benefits of belonging to a group. If something bad happens to someone because of the problems with the group, that person bears the burden for the group. So in a sense, I don't believe there are victims, and I don't believe in pimping victimhood the way a lot of people do. There's sort of this idea of natural social capital. Balancing these factors is a matter of personal integrity. I also think that balancing off the difference between one's own sense of personhood and I-ness, and sometimes having to make sacrifices, and the needs of the group. That has a lot to do with the idea of vicarious immortality, mainly through the family.